What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Contractor Secrets Podcast. This is a special episode. We launched Routemize. That's right. We had the launch party of Routemize, the all-new instant booking and route optimization app for home service business owners. And I'm so excited. This is a project we've worked on for I don't even know how long. It's been so long. And people are loving it. We have 150 companies already on Routemize. And for the launch party, I did a full walkthrough of the system. And one of the key points in this walkthrough is the awesome voice AI agent, which you will hear as well. So this episode is a special episode. We're going to play that walkthrough with you end to end so you can get a full demo of how Routemize works, why it's important, and why you need to add it to your tech stack in order to compete in today's very fast, ever-changing market and landscape. So thank you for your support as always. This is an amazing tool, amazing product, and I'm so excited to share it with you on this episode. I'm super excited. We're going to get into the official Routemize demo. Before we get started, guys, I want to share with you our launch video for Routemize, and then we're going to get into my presentation, and I'll take you right into the demo. So without further ado, guys, I'm just going to make sure I set this up the right way. Okay, and then there we go. All right, cool, guys. So the official Routemize launch video. Here we go.
Okay, Thursday, 2 p.m. north side, then 4 p.m. south side. Great. Friday, 9 a.m. back north. Who made this schedule? Oh, right. Me. You're burning hours driving across town just for a chance to win the job. Imagine if every booking booked itself into the perfect slot. Meet Routemize. Set your zone. Set your hours. Set your questions. Set your rules. Share the link. Customer schedules themselves. Out of zone? It's a denial, not a booking. Budget too low? Request, not a booking. Your calendar filters the bad leads out before they ever hit it. Got a team? Every rep gets their own territory. A new lead drops in Zone B. They book straight onto Rep B's calendar. Right person, right zone, right time, automatically. Same leads, same day. One side is chaos, the other is Routemized. And while you drive, your booking chat is still working, scheduling the next one for you. Customers book themselves into your optimized route in real time. No phone tag. Status updated. Customer notified. Navigation launched. One flow. You're on the way. Less driving, more closing. Routemize.
Go, guys, man! I'm so excited, man. This is a great day, man. Just all the work that went into this project, and what I'm going to share with you is the psychology behind why I built it. I am here to sell you something. So I'm putting that out there. I do want you to buy this product, and I believe that it's going to reward you tremendously, whether that's in save time, more opportunities, or converting more leads. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna give you my best here. I want to highlight a lot of the psychology behind it first, and then we're going to get into the demo. So with that said, let me just open up this screen real quick. All right, we got visual here. All right, so let's get started. So adapt or get left behind, and I'm going to talk to you about why we built this, why I pivoted from DripJobs to have my team build this, and how important it is to have this tool in your workflow. So with that said, the world is changing faster than ever. I think you guys know this. I think this isn't a surprise to anyone. Every business is facing the same choice, and it has always been the same, and that is you either evolve with your customer or die trying to stay the same, okay? And the businesses that evolve are the ones that win. And we're in an opportune time because all you need to do is buy into some of the things some of the bigger companies are doing. And that includes software, that includes marketing agencies and coaching. And you get access a lot faster than you would have to do it on your own. So that's what we're here to share with you today, Routemize being one of those tools. So let's talk about Blockbuster. I use this example because a lot of us can relate. Some of us even went to Blockbuster as a kid. Actually, you know what? Put a one in the chat. If you went to Blockbuster as a kid, you can hear the plastic from the VHS opening up, right? And closing, right? Who went to I used to love Blockbuster, man. And I think what we should all remember is the fact that this was a polarizing place. This was awesome. Everyone was in Blockbuster, but the idea that I want to share with you today is that there's a reason that there's a I think they just have a museum now of the last store, right? And there's a reason. And they had 9,000 stores at the peak of 2004, and they went bankrupt in 2010. And I think most of you understand why. It's because they refused to adapt. They didn't want to go all in on the internet. And actually, Netflix pitched them and they laughed at them. Okay. So, note to self, never laugh at someone that pitches you their product. Okay. You never know. You don't want to become a joke at the end, or you don't want to be their motivation, right? So they refused to adapt. Okay. The world now runs on instant. And I think you guys, again, are seeing this in all different areas of the way you interact with businesses, right? Instacart. Come on. I remember thinking to myself, I will never order groceries online. I don't want anyone touching my groceries, right? That was a thought that I had probably when I was in high school, when I started to maybe hear about how things were going. And I was like, man, I don't want anyone touching my groceries, right? Well, ask me how many times we Instacart things when we need them. A lot. Uber Eats, okay? DoorDash, right? Some of you guys are door dashing, right? Come on, man. Someone goes and picks up your food at the restaurant. What? This is crazy, man. And then Amazon. How many of you guys put a two in the chat? Did you see that new blue shiny button that Amazon has where you can add it to tomorrow's delivery? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Instant, okay? Instant. A whole generation has been trained to expect now, instant, okay? All right? Waiting is friction, and friction is a deal breaker. Amazon removed every click, okay? So the buy now button, one tap, saved cards, add to delivery. The most valuable company on earth is obsessed with shrinking the distance between wanting something and getting it. That's their entire focus, okay? Your customers bring that exact expectation to your business. They don't, again, it's an expectation, right? But just because it hasn't been globally adopted yet, right? They're okay with it. But once companies start innovating and making it easier to book, by the way, what do you think the franchises are going to start doing, right? They want it to be as easy as possible, okay? Easy button. Instant booking isn't a convenience, it's a necessity, okay? It removes every point of friction between I want this and it's booked, okay? By the way, a lot of you guys are painting contractors in there. It's more of a want than it is a need, okay? Just to be clear, regardless of however you want to slice it, the percentage of want is greater than need in painting, okay? The old buying cycle is way too long. And I've seen this and noticed it for years. I have a very unique perspective as the CEO of DripJobs, serving over 2,500 businesses, along with my own experience as a house painting business owner. We serve 300 plus homeowners per year. And this is the buying cycle. Usually they'll see an ad on Facebook or Google. They hit the lead form, right? This was standard. No one questioned this because there wasn't another way. Then they go to the CRM, right? Most of you send your leads to DripJobs. DripJobs follows up with them. Great. Then from there, if they don't book, it's a phone call, and most people don't answer that. And then from there, we may or may not get a booking. What you're looking at here is this long buying cycle that takes way too long for someone that at one point was very excited and now has to do work in order to actually have you go to their house. Now, here's the deal. The problem with this is that they're not getting a reward even if they book. And I want you to think through that for a second, okay? I see an ad, I get excited. In that moment, the ad was the reward, right? Whatever you pitched in the ad, the reward was, okay, I found someone I want to work with. But they really don't care about you. They care about what? Can anyone tell me what people actually care about? Can you write it in the chat? I'm just going to quickly look at the chat at this answer here. Can anyone tell me what they actually care about? Drop it in the chat, guys. What do people care about? Right? Why are they even interested? Okay. Jada, you're spot on. They care about themselves, but they care about their project. Okay. That's what they care about most. They care about getting whatever vision is up here or whatever reward that they feel like they will feel once the job is done. That's what they feel like. That's what they care about most. You are a means to the end. You are not what they are excited about. Also, they're probably not excited about it because they have to pay you to do it. Okay. So we've got to find a way to shrink the gap between excitement and you sitting in front of them presenting a proposal. Okay. Because it's already too long. And you might think, man, that's kind of silly. It's true because that's why you have Facebook ads, Facebook leads that you can't convert to bookings because once they filled out your lead form, they dropped off for some reason. Why? Because the excitement faded. It doesn't make any sense, right? Buyer intent really does have a shelf life. The most popular study was done by Harvard on what happens when we wait for leads. Like, this is weird, right? Somebody puts in a lead request and they don't convert to a booking. What is that, right? That's because, again, people act on impulse. And the impulse was, I love the ad that this company created. I'm excited. Man, in that moment, I'm like, I'd love to have my cabinets refinished. But there was so much friction in actually getting a booking done that they're like, forget it. I don't even need this. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to meet with somebody because it took too long. Okay. So 5 minutes, if you wait 5 minutes, sorry, if you wait longer than 5 minutes to respond, your odds of reaching the lead drop by 10 times. Okay. Just 5 minutes. You're 21 times more likely to qualify a lead when you engage in the first 5 minutes. And then 78% of customers buy from the company that responds first. And I think you guys probably have seen this, right? If you respond instantly, you have a better chance to get them on the phone. That's why DripJobs is really powerful because when you send a lead, boom, within an instant, they get a text message, an email, and there's a chance they could take action. Okay. So I looked at some data. I just wanted a random pool of data in my painting business. Okay. This was from January 1st of last year to July 16th, 2025 of last year. So I just grabbed this random 6 month like snapshot. So in that amount of time, shout out to Lucas with Forward Media. He found a way to grab us 308 Facebook leads. Okay. Google, shout out to Austin, Base Coat Marketing. He found a way to grab 211 leads for us. Okay. My website generated 99 leads, word of mouth was 50, and other random lead sources amounted to 37. Okay. 705 leads we generated in that time frame. Okay. This is why we need this tool that I'm presenting to you today. Only 437 of them booked. This makes absolutely no freaking sense to me. And this is with me, what I believe, I'm freaking advanced when it comes to automations, and we hit leads hard. We still couldn't convert more than 62% of them. Okay. So this proposes a very big problem that, again, if I'm struggling with, I know you're struggling with it. And I wanted to solve that problem. Okay. So let's talk about some of the numbers in terms of what this really means and why this little app that we're showcasing to you today is going to help you tremendously. I lost 268 leads. We average a 35% closing ratio, and our average job size is 5,700. Okay. So that means because we lost so many opportunities, it equates to almost $500,000 in loss just in that snapshot. Same exact leads, guys. So some of us think we need to spend more money on marketing. No, you just need to sit in front of the people that bought into your ad. That's all. You just need to sit in front of more of them. You need more at bats. So Routemize actually creates a scenario where you're going to get those at bats. Over $500,000. That's just insane. And that's just one snapshot of 6 months. Okay. And I just want to slow down on that math. 268 leads were lost. If I close 35% of those, okay, 5,700 times whatever that amount is equals 539,000. Okay. It's just math. The biggest lead source that I had, sorry, my biggest lead source had the lowest set rate. So again, Facebook, which had the most leads, obviously had the lowest set rate. That's crazy, man. Like, again, how is this possible? Why are people submitting lead forms and not actually booking an appointment? That, again, does not make any sense. There's no value for me as a house painting business owner to get leads. There's absolutely no value there. Okay. Facebook is the lowest intent, highest excitement buyer. Most of you guys are interested or are running ads on Facebook. Okay. I mean, we got to have a strategy around this because it's not slowing down. Every one of your customers is on Facebook. You just need to be in front of them and they need to be able to take action and connect with you and get you in front of them at a kitchen table presenting a proposal. Okay. This one sucks, right? I had 99 website leads during that snapshot, only 72 of them booked. Okay. That's terrible. The website leads are the highest quality leads. Think about it. Like, when have you went to a website of a home service business, filled out their form, right? And wanted to do business with them. If you did, it was probably because you were invested in that specific company. How did I not convert all of them? Because there's a leak in my flow. That's why. Okay. Drive time. This is the other silent killer, right? Drive time. And that's one of the reasons why we can't, up until now, have allowed instant bookings. And it's simple, right? Because we can't be driving all over the place. That's just the reason why we can't just throw a Calendly or you can book me link on the website, okay? Two customers being 3 miles apart in your business, okay? What would happen if you use Calendly? Well, you'd have this unnecessary gap, right? Some of us space out appointment slots if we're using Calendly. We space them out, every 2 hours, right? Or every hour, right? Whatever that looks like. Typical scheduling, right? With Routemize, we don't need to do that. The Routemize schedule allows us to separate appointments based on the drive time. So if I have an appointment at 9 o'clock and it ends at 10 and the next appointment's 10 minutes away, well, guess when that appointment's going to start? 10:15, right? What do we need this hour gap for, right? That was what we had to do. So if we add extra estimates to our schedule based on an average job size, we can obviously identify that we're going to make a little more money. So Routemize is going to solve a few problems. Number one, it's going to let your customers book quickly. Number two, it's going to allow you to do more estimates in less time. And less time equals more money and more value for the business. Some of us have a VA. So I want to know in the chat, drop a 2 in the chat if you have a virtual assistant that actually works in your business and schedules appointments for you. They might be in another country, another city, another state. Drop a 2 in the chat if you have someone in another country, another city booking appointments for you. And in our beta testing, I was surprised so many people do this, right? And obviously, this is one of the best parts about this is Routemize doesn't require them to know anything about your city or state, right? And you might think, well, how important is that? Well, if you have someone from Colombia answering the phone for some random city in Indiana, they might know the names of the big cities, but what about the towns? So the problem is they'll answer the phone and they'll ask the customer the address. And what happens is the customer tells them the name of some small town. The VA has no clue what that town is, how to pronounce it, where it is in relation to existing appointments. And what you probably will find is that they're scheduling you all over the place. Routemize eliminates that. So we have an admin portion of the app, which I'm going to show you guys, that's going to eliminate that entirely. Okay. A new lead reaches out in your business. So what happens next, right? So I want you to think about this because, again, if you're going to be a systems operator, we've got to know how the business works. So number one, what happens when a lead calls you, all right? Do they just hope someone picks up the phone? I mean, again, we don't even need to get into automation. If you're missing, forgive me, I think the highest quality leads are the ones that call, okay? How does that work in your business, right? And if you're the only one answering your phone and you're missing calls, that would be the first leak that we need to fix. Routemize fixes it. Okay, we're going to cover the voice agent today. I'm going to demo it for you. Or they fill out a form, right? Do they go on your website, fill out a random form? I know a lot of you guys use DripJobs. That's a good alternative, all right? They fill out the form, they get the automation, but they still can't book, right? Because we don't have route optimization. Or someone just kind of juggles it, right? So this is so important. This sets the tone. This is the first impression for your business. It's that initial booking request, that initial booking. This is what sets the tone. Guys, you guys are consumers. You've dealt with companies that have a poor booking process, and it just makes you feel like, man, is this foreshadowing what I can expect when it comes time for the job? We live in a world where there's options, right? Maybe 20 years ago, it wasn't that serious, but now, guys, Google painters in your area. Everyone's got good reviews. Like, so what are we have to just capitalize on the leads we get, and we can't let them go. We can't let them leave. We can't give them a reason to hit the back button and call the other 4.9 star painting business with 50 reviews that is going to do a great job, right? We can't think everyone's Chuck in a truck, okay? Chuck in a truck is a subcontractor now, okay? He is subcontracting and he is doing a good job because it's hard to compete, right? If your form looks like this on your website, you need Routemize immediately, okay? This is a dead zone. Customers see this and they don't know what's going to happen to their information. It's probably going to drop in your email, and ultimately what's going to happen is you might get around to it Monday or Tuesday, or it just gets lost and you don't follow up, you don't call back. Okay, you guys follow me on this, guys? Drop an emoji in the chat if you're seeing where I'm going with this. Okay, I'd love to see it. Okay, a person plus a calendar plus routing equals wasted days, guys. This is not a manual task, especially those of you that have multiple salespeople, right? So I imagine, I was telling my wife the other day, I said, I was like, I imagine that when somebody showed someone a dishwasher for the first time, they didn't even question it, dude. They're like, I'm so glad that problem is solved. I want to buy it. And that's what you guys are going to see today, because manually routing people is equivalent to just hand washing dishes when you have a dishwasher available and you can go on with other things in your life. Okay. So it's just, that's why I'm so excited about this, because it's like, okay, this problem's solved. We can move on, right? Whatever your intake is today, Routemize plugs it right in. Okay. So we have provisions for every angle. We've got the voice agent, which I'm going to showcase to you guys today. So if it's your first experience with a voice AI agent, you're going to see that today. We've got the web form. And of course, we have the chatbot, which we'll show you as well. Instant booking is the future of home service. Capture the booking everywhere the customer is. So on your website, on your ads, which we're going to talk about, the direct link, we're going to send a link to customers that call us, right? Who's driving on the phone, right? Who's doing this guy right here, trying to get the booking information, man? We can't be doing this, dude. We can't. Who's doing this, right? Put a car emoji in the chat if you're guilty of this guy, right? We don't want to do this anymore. Hey, Miss Jones, I'm going to send you a link. Thank you so much. I'm driving. That's how booking will go in the future. Any car emojis? I got to see this real quick. Yep, got a couple cars. I've got a couple cars. Danny, yep, guilty as charged, right? None of that. None of that. Okay. Put the booking on your site and your landing pages, guys. So I'm going to show you guys a couple examples real quick. Performance floors and coatings. My good friend Lawrence, he's got a wonderful epoxy coating business. Before Routemize, he couldn't allow customers to instant book. Now he gets instant bookings every day. He has 3 salespeople occupying 3 different territories, and customers can just go on here and instant book. We set up all the rules for him, goes to the right salesperson with the right time, and just like that, his customers can instant book. We took care of a pool pump repair company. Now they can offer same day repair in their pool repair business because of the routing and the awareness of Routemize. Man, super cool seeing this, man. And what this is doing, it's created a favorable option for people that want service done, man. So fun. Book straight from the Facebook ad. So I'm going to open up this video. I think you guys should be able to hear it. Eli will let me know otherwise, but I want you to see this, okay? I'm not going to go too deep. I just want to show you what it looks like in my painting business when someone clicks one of our ads. So if you live in Florida and you have stucco on your house, you need to call Premium Painting. And look at that. It pops right up there. And then, like an instant experience, the customer can interact with the Routemize chatbot and move forward with the booking process and secure a booking right here. This has been a game changer. Okay. And I think a couple of the guys using it today will cover some of that as well. Text or email the booking link, right? It's just a link. Let them click, let them go through, let them pick a time. It looks at your schedule, it looks at your existing appointments, and it helps the customer pick the perfect time in alignment with your route. Answering services. Guys, are we paying thousands of dollars for someone to manage the phones after hours or weekends or holidays? I mean, we're not, it depends on the call volume, right? But to be honest, we're using Routemize to do this. It just answers the phone. It books the customer right where they should be, and we can move on. Let me tell you, there's nothing funner than seeing a voice agent booking, okay? And we've had some users experience this, and it's just awesome, man. So, and how we're doing this, I get a lot of questions about it. So how we're doing it is we're actually just forwarding the calls through Quo right to the Routemize agent, and it's booking it. Never lose a voicemail again, a call to voicemail. So the missed call happens if in Quo, and we forward it right to the Routemize agent. And one of the things that we did with Routemize is we made it possible to connect with anything. So if you're using DripJobs, Jobber, any of the other CRMs, Routemize connects with it, no problem. So I just want to go back to my friend Lawrence with performance. Again, he had 3 salespeople in 3 different territories. Each had their own availability rules. Sam works Tuesday up until 2 o'clock. Joe works only Monday through Thursday, right? All these rules. And I know some of us with bigger companies, we've got to give these rules to our admin, and they have to literally rerun that function mentally every phone call. This is crazy, okay? Not anymore. So this was a snapshot of his account the other day. I was so happy to see it. 11 appointments were booked in one day for him. And if you look in the right column here, I think you guys can see that. Look at all the different salespeople getting appointments routed to them. 5 of the appointments were done with no human intervention. The other ones were just inbound phone calls that the admin was able to just click through and then book the appointment. So super cool, man. We did a very successful beta run. We had 97 businesses take part in our beta. As of last night, there was 3,140 bookings, 10,000 contacts were added into the system, and 4,700 booking requests occurred. This is awesome, man. And it just goes to show you that, man, home service business owner love instant bookings, okay? Who wouldn't, all right? Every booking runs the same 4 checks. And I just want I want to break down how this works. So you have the territory layer, where it is you service. If the customer qualifies is always the biggest question. We can't just let anyone on the calendar. I'm going to cover that for you today. Your availability, the best time, and then we get the booking, and then it goes to the CRM. So it's a super seamless process. So first, are they in your area? So we're going to set up a territory with an area. Are they a real fit? So we're going to create rules around whether or not this customer is a high quality lead. When are you free? It's going to look at your personal calendar too. So if you have a haircut at 2 o'clock and you put the address in, the system will recognize where you're going to be and schedule something around it. One thing I love is in our beta, we set up someone that had to pick up their kid from school every day at 2, and then he goes back to work. So we set aside some time for that, put the school address in, and now he's hitting appointments once he drops his kid off from school. Okay, that's pretty neat. Which time keeps your route tight? So as you can see here, the goal is for Routemize to stick appointments where they make the most sense. This is exactly what you're hoping your admin does, but it's just too hard. Booked and in the tools you already run. So again, it connects with everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to build it live. I set up a test account. We're going to go through it. And guys, are you guys excited about this? Drop a emoji in the chat. I love what you guys are saying in here. And Brett, guys, this, if anyone needs it, it's for the people that don't have estimators. You're the CEO of the business, so your time is super valuable. So let me show you guys how this works, guys. And by the way, I want you guys to know that our offer today is we are giving you the beta pricing for signing up. I have a little thing here that I made. Here you go. So I just want to show this to you guys now. But one of the things we're going to give to you is we're going to give you the recordings of all of these speakers for free. So we created a vault today, And all of the speakers' recordings are going to be in that vault. So anyone that signs up today is going to get access to this. Anyone that's a beta user, if you're listening, you're going to get access to the vault as well. So we're going to give you all the recordings in a beautiful area for you to play and rewatch any of the recordings today. That is our gift to you. And of course, if you decide to sign up, you're going to get 30% off for 3 months, and you're going to get 14 days free. So just a heads up to you guys about what to expect. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. So we are inside of Routemize, and I'm going to give you a quick lay of the land, right? So what we don't want this to be is another CRM. We know you have other tools. The purpose of this is for you to set it up once and just let it run, right? We don't need to be in this thing every day unless you want to, or unless you have an admin that will be in here every day. Okay. So if you're a solo guy, it's not like, man, this is another app. No, this is like your AI scheduling agent. You just have to give it all the rules, set up your links, and then go back to business. It's that easy. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to settings, and I'm going to hit to route preferences. One of the first things we have to do here is the first rule, right? We have to set up our custom area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom area here, and I'm going to capture most of Orlando. And how I do that is I simply just draw this cool little box around Orlando, just like that. When I click this button, it's going to grab every zip code in the area that I just selected. By the way, it works with Canada. I know I have some Canada people here. It works with Canada, so you're good to go there. So one of the awesome things about Routemize is we can set up territories very easily. So for those of you that have salespeople, you can easily just set up another territory by making another box. And that one becomes the green territory, okay? And I'm just saving that so you guys can see what that looks like, okay? So 50% of the work is done. We now have identified our zip codes. If you want to remove zip codes, you can easily do that here. You just hit the X button, or you can add additional zip codes. Alternatively, if you know all your zip codes, just paste them in here, okay? We made it literally as easy as we could. Now, what happens if somebody comes in outside of the zip code? Well, number one, they either get submitted as a request, or number two, it denies them altogether. So we don't lose any leads. You just don't let the ones that are outside of your zip codes schedule unless you manually approve it, okay? Some of us might make exceptions for certain jobs that might be outside of our territory, so that's what the rule is there. So we're done half of the work, okay? We also have holidays, so we can't forget that holidays are important. So all of your holidays are in here. You can take off for birthdays, you can do whatever you want, but we have holidays in here, so customers can't schedule on holidays. We have work hours that pretty much outline the times in which you do business, and lead sources down here. So again, with Routemize being the first stop, we want to capture lead sources. One of the cool things about this is we have internal lead sources. So that means you can attribute certain booking forms to specific lead channels. Okay, this might be good for those of you running Facebook ads and you want to label it as a campaign. You can easily do that. So I'm going to touch on the smart assignment rules real quick. These are for the companies with bigger teams. Just so you know, we have equal rotation, which is kind of like a round robin. So it'll alternate between salesperson A and B each time, but we have really cool overrides. So for example, if an appointment is within a certain amount of miles from salesperson B's house, it'll always make sure that salesperson gets that appointment. Alternatively, it does it if that salesperson has an appointment near an existing address. So we have some overrides that just make sense. Territories. If we want to change the way our system works and separate our salespeople by territory, we can easily do that here. Very easy to do. You just turn territories on, and then you assign territories based off of salesperson. Okay. So with that said, we're actually going to go back to the booking form now. So the booking form. This is the most important aspect of the software. The booking form is very easy. So all we have to do is edit it. And what we're going to do is just create some rules around the booking form. So first, we're going to let customers tell us the lead source. From here, we're going to walk all the way through this. And then we're going to select the earliest appointment time. So again, you have all of these rules that you go by now. Obviously, are you going to do an appointment at 5 a.m.? Probably not. So you have a threshold of when you're going to do your appointment. So the earliest I'm going to set up here is 9, and the latest is 4:15. We can identify what days of the week we do appointments, Monday through Friday. We can add Saturday and Sunday if we want. For now, we'll just keep it Monday through Friday. We can set the maximum amount of appointments per day. and the visit duration. So how many hours are we actually going to do it? Let's say 1 hour per appointment. We can allow instant bookings. So right now it might be hard for you guys to add instant same day bookings to your schedule. And that's because you don't have a system for it. Let me tell you, if somebody wants a same day booking, they're probably one of the highest quality leads. So if you want, we can turn that on and you can set a threshold to make sure no one can book after a certain time. From here, we're going to continue through, and now we're going to get into the qualifications. So this is the second question we get. How do we make sure the right customers enter into the pipeline? Very simple. We use AI to help us out. We're going to go to get qualified bookings, and we're going to choose our trade. From here, we just hit continue, and then we select all the work that we do. From here, I'll just hit continue and add the questions and explain what I just did. So basically what happens is there's a questionnaire. And when the customer answers the questions, we can determine which answer has which rule. So for example, if we only want customers that want the whole or most of the house painted, we can auto book customers that answer that question. If the customer answers a few rooms or just a room, maybe a small area, those customers get diverted as a request. So we always make sure only the best leads get on our schedule by just creating some rules. Again, for cabinet refinishing, we might only allow entire kitchen customers or kitchen and bathroom customers to get on the schedule. Someone that just wants a single room or maybe some touch-ups, they can't get on the schedule. They go as a request first, okay? With that said, I'm going to delete some of these just to keep it simple, and we are going to walk through a booking, okay? So please describe your project. We're good to go there. The customer can add attachments, and of course you can add as many custom questions or rules as you wish. From here, we also have a few things. We have Facebook ad tracking, Google tracking. You can do custom scripts, a little more technical, but just letting you know what it is. So at this point, we have literally just created our booking form. This is how easy it's going to be for you. One of the suggestions I have, though, is you want to connect Google Calendar so there's visibility with your personal events, okay? So I'm going to show you guys the 4 ways customers can book. And at the end, we're going to do a live voice agent call. And I think this is going to be a game changer for you. Again, if you don't have an admin, you got to get the voice agent so it can pick up when you don't, okay? So you're going to love this. So first, every booking form has a set of links. We have a booking form link, we have a chatbot link, and a conversion chatbot link. I'll explain each one in a little bit, but for right now, let's just go to our standard booking link. So this is what's going to be on your website. You're going to upload your logo, and now you've created a scenario where customers, high intent customers, can actually agree to a date and a time without physically speaking to you or your team. So the first thing we do is we let the customer tell us when they want to meet. This is always a good way to start the conversation. So for here, we're going to hit Wednesday the 22nd. Now, I'm going to walk through this step by step. Just follow along. I'll answer questions at the end. So first, the customer can override that and hit get the earliest time. Or they can stick with their guns and choose a time of day. For the sake of this meeting, we're going to do get the earliest time. So I'm going to hit continue. First, let's walk through a booking. Test booking at DripJobs.com. And I'm going to put in a phone number and the lead source. Now, when I hit continue here, something crazy happens. Something that Calendly and Acuity don't do is that now we have a live booking happening. And you can see here, we captured the lead. This is great because if someone doesn't finish the booking for whatever reason, you still get the information, okay? So this is a big deal. And your team can go in, they can call that customer, and they can figure out why they stopped the booking. So we never miss a lead. So with that said, I'm going to pop in an address. I had some prepared ahead of time to speed things up. So I'm going to throw in a random Orlando address here, okay? So remember, we set our territory in Orlando. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I'd like an in-person estimate. So the reason we put this questionnaire here is for some of you guys, customers aren't quite ready for an estimate. Maybe they don't own the house yet. So we just give them a way to select a different option. But I'm going to put, I'd like an in-person estimate. From here, I'm hitting continue, and the system's going to start doing its work. For now, we're just going to put in test, and we're going to check availability. So from here, the system recognized that the earliest available slot based on my rules is Monday at 9 o'clock. So for the sake of this first example, we're going to go ahead and book it. Now, we have a nice thank you page. You can put your picture here. They can add it to their calendar. And at this point, this is going to go right into your CRM. If you're a DripJobs user, it creates a deal in the estimate scheduled stage. So let's look at what happened because everything here is driven off this timeline. So let's go to Monday. Monday, it looks like we have a booking, test booking, 14 miles away from the home address, 21-minute drive. Okay. Nothing really special about that because we have nothing else on our calendar. But here's where it gets fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead back to the chat and we're going to open up a chat bot. You have two different types of chat bots. Now, you might be wondering where this can be used. Well, if you go back to the Performance Floors website, they have one right on their website. You can put it on your website, but what we're doing is we're putting it on our Facebook ads. And you can see here, if you go to the Facebook ad library, we just run our ads right to the chatbot. And the chatbot's designed for Facebook to walk through questions before we get a commitment. So my customers walk right through these questions, they put in what they need, and then they put in their information. Once they hit continue, we present options for them to book. So that's what I'm going to show you here. So when I open up the chatbot, it's very simple. We're going to walk through the standard chatbot. And in this case, we're going to pick Wednesday. So I want you to remember Wednesday here. Okay. I'm the customer. I picked Wednesday. I'm going to put afternoon. Facebook. Okay. Test. Facebook. Facebook test at gmail.com. Phone number. And then from here, I'm going to put in another address. So another random address in Orlando. So we put in the address. Now this is the magic of Routemize. So I'm going to hit sounds good. We're going to just put in random information. And what happens next is what Routemize is all about. Okay. So some of you guys remember we had already booked an appointment for Monday. I didn't have to think about where this address was. I don't have to think about anything, right? The customer's able to select a time based on their address that aligns with my existing route on Monday. So I want you to see here that the time 10:25 a.m. is presented on Monday. Who here remembers that the customer wanted Wednesday? We offer the option of Wednesday. We just offer it in an ugly way, right? We want them to select the top choice. This is the same thing we're having our admins do, right? We tell our admins, hey, make sure you schedule it when we're near the customer, right? Or try to. So we're just giving that customer the best choice for us. And what we're finding is customers are selecting this hand over fist. So let's hit confirm. We've got the booking for 10:25. So I'm going to go back here to our timeline. And we're going to go here to Tanner, and I'm going to go to Monday. And I want you guys to see something, okay? So we had the first appointment from 9 to 10:15, and the second appointment starts at 10:25. Why 10:25? Because this address that I put in is only 6 minutes away from the previous address, and it did it automatically. So think about it like this. We don't know where these customers are coming in from in our very big service areas. Routemize does. Every address that comes into the system, the algorithm is looking for something to pair it with. And then it looks at all the rules and it makes sure that you have the availability to meet the qualifications in terms of drive time and in terms of the time allotted for the appointment. It respects every rule you set, including custom availability. So if you only want to do estimates Monday through Wednesday, you can shut off the remaining days. If you only want to do estimates up until 1 o'clock, you can shut off everything after 1 o'clock. Again, this is something you set up once and the system runs itself. If you guys thought that was pretty cool, drop some emojis. Come on, let me get some emojis, guys. Everyone's going to get this recording if you sign up. So anyone that signs up is going to get all the recordings today, okay? Right? Check that out. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for the love here. So I'm going to continue and show you a few more things, right? So again, this is a plug and play system. We don't have to think anymore about when we're going to be booked because the system will do it for us, okay? It's just amazing, okay? If you want to sign up and you can't wait, Jason's like, you had me at Route. Just go to Routemize.com. You can sign up. We're not on the App Store yet. I'm so upset about it. We will be next week. So in the meantime, just go to Routemize.com. We do have a mobile app. It's just through the test environment. So once you sign up, we'll send you a link to use it on your phone. It is fully mobile. I'm going to show you a little bit about that before we go. Okay. I got you. I got you, Satori. And Satori, thank you for all your support, bro. Guys, go follow Satori. He's such a legend in painting and what he puts out on social media. So love to see it. All right. Anyway, so let's keep going, guys. So we've captured two different ways customers can book. We did the booking form. We did the chat. Okay. Again, now it's going to get fun. All right. So I want to talk to you about your admins. If you care about your office admin, or your wife, right? Some of us have our wife as the office admin, right? If we want to eliminate maybe some bickering about scheduling, you might want to get Routemize. I'm going to show you why. So customer comes in through the phone. The admin answers the phone, right? And the admin starts filling out the new booking form inside of Routemize. So we're going to call this customer Joe Smith at DripJobs.com. And then from here, we're going to put in the phone number and the address. So let me grab another address. Okay, popping this in here. We've got an address for Orlando right here. So this is somebody coming in through the phone. This is the most stressful aspect of the business. I know you guys are going through this because I went through it. I would get a phone call and then immediately put them on speaker, open up Google Calendar or DripJobs and be like, okay, where am I going to be? Or first, what are my openings? Where am I going to be? This is crazy, right? And you guys are driving all over the place because of a poor scheduling process. Again, Routemize just does it automatically. So what we're going to do, the admin answers the phone. They put in the address. Again, your VA in another country does not need to know anything about where you live or what cities or towns. They just select sales appointment. They put in the information. From here, they ask the customer their preference. I'm going to put Wednesday just so you can see what happens. They hit find available slots and Routemize recognizes, wait a minute, Tanner's going to be in Orlando on Monday and he's only going to be 1.3 miles away from an existing appointment. So that means the admin sees this, has visibility around it and says, Mrs. Jones, would it be okay if we schedule you for Monday at 11:50 because we're going to be about a mile away? It would work out great for us. Having the visibility is what matters. I get it. Miss Jones might not be able to make Monday. Totally fine. We give Miss Jones all of the options on the day she prefers. Okay? So, with that said, we're going to just book Monday for the sake of just the fun of this demo here. And the admin now can book the appointment. She can add notes for you. She can put the gate code in and she can hit confirm. And now we've created a scenario where you have a route optimized booking instantly. I don't know where these addresses are. I'm just putting them in. But you can see here that this one ends at 11:40. This one starts at 11:50 because it's only 7 minutes away, right? So what you'll find is you're going to have more time because it's putting the appointments together if it makes sense. Sometimes our appointments are far. Sometimes they're 30 minutes, 40 minutes away, but at least we know the system tried to pair it with something, right? So again, this is a plug and play system. You just set up your rules, integrate the forms, connect it to DripJobs. I know a lot of you guys use DripJobs or Jobber or some of the other apps, and you're good to go, okay? Give this to your admins, right? This is such a fun app to just set up and be done with, okay? So I'm gonna show you a few more features. I'm a little nervous about this because I don't know how it's gonna sound. We're gonna give it a try, okay? So we're gonna do the voice agent now. So some of you guys haven't heard of voice agent yet. So if you're hype about hearing a voice agent, can you drop something in the chat for me so I know? Love to hear some. Look at that. Yeah. And then Brad, you're gonna get access to the Vault page. I'm gonna upload all the emails that sign up by the end of today. There's nothing in there yet because the recordings haven't done anything yet. So, all right. So we're gonna call that freaking voice agent, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay. All right. So. Just make sure. Yep, we got sound. Okay, we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, Eli, just let me know if we can hear this.
Hi there. Thank you for your interest in scheduling an estimate with Pelican Painting. I can help get you scheduled instantly. Let's start with your name. What's your first and last name?
Mike Smith.
Got it, Mike. And can you spell your last name for me?
Smith.
Perfect. So that's Mike, last name Smith. Is that right?
Correct.
Great. Are you looking for the earliest available estimate, or do you have a date in mind?
Earliest available.
Got it. Is the number you're calling from the best number to reach you?
Yes.
And what's the best email to send your confirmation to?
MikeSmith@gmail.com.
Got it. MikeMITH at gmail.com. Is that right?
It's Smith, Smith in the email.
No problem. MikeSmith at gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes.
How did you hear about us?
Word of mouth.
Just a moment while I get you set up. Love that. Word of mouth means a lot to us. Thanks for sharing. What's the address where you'd like the estimate?
448 North Terry Ave, Orlando, Florida.
Just to confirm, the street number is 448. Is that right?
Yes.
And what's the zip code there?
32801.
Got it. So that's 448 North Harry Avenue, Orlando, Florida, 32801. All correct?
Yes.
Tell me a little about what you're looking to have done.
I need the outside of my house painted.
Got it. I'll make sure your estimator has all of that ready to walk through when they come out. Great. I've got all your info. Just a moment while I check the best times for your area. Great news. I've got Monday, July 20th at 1:25 p.m. available, and I can lock that in right now. Does that work for you?
That works great.
Perfect. So I've got you down for Monday, July 20th at 1:25 p.m. at 448 North Harry Avenue, Orlando, Florida, 32801. I'll send a confirmation to your email and a text to your phone. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Just a moment while I finalize your appointment. You're all set. You'll get a confirmation by text and email shortly. If anything changes, just give us a call or text back. We're looking forward to seeing your place. Have a great day.
You too, buddy.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Wow, guys, what about that? Give me some emojis on that. But does it really matter unless we can actually make sure it's scheduled the right slot? So hold on, let's take a look. Just like that. Boom. Harry Avenue, Orlando, 21 minutes away. 1:05 ends the last appointment and it schedules it. Oh, 21 minutes away at 1:25. Boom. Just like that. Okay. That's pretty freaking nuts. So everyone in the world right now that's talking about voice AI agents, they can't, it's irrelevant unless there's a route optimization layer baked in. Okay. We're the only business that has this level of, in my opinion, technology. Okay. So shout out to my freaking team, dude. All right. And the vision around this app. So
5 minutes, Tanner.
What's that?
5 minutes.
Okay. If you guys love that, go to Routemize.com. Okay. And we're going to go through a few more features before we go. Okay. Go to Routemize.com. Go ahead and sign up. You're going to get 14 days free. You could try out the voice agent. Okay. And we're going to give you 30% off for 3 months just for being a part of this. And you get all of the recordings from our sessions today. So we talked about the 4 areas. We've got the form, we've got the booking chat, we've got the voice agent, and you're enabling your admin. And this plugs right into any CRM. Okay. So, wow. I'm glad everything worked out really well on that call because that was I'm glad I could show you guys that. All right. So we covered the voice agent. Now, let's talk about a few more things before we transition. We got Austin coming up next. We're going to be here all day. I'm going to be doing another demo of what I just showed you guys today at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we're going to be running this until 7 p.m. today with all the different speakers. So please stick with us. Come in and out throughout the day. I want to make sure you guys get value here. This wasn't all about Routemize. It's just, again, our way to give back through the different various things that we do. So make sure you lock in there. I'm going to spend a little extra time, Eli, doing some Q&A, and then we'll bring Austin on. So with that said, I want to show you guys another neat feature. So um, how many of you guys have a project manager in your business? So put a one in the chat if you have a project manager in the business. Two, one, 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 one. Awesome. Okay, so everyone that I've asked, when I've asked this question, if I was like, "Hey, how does your project manager know where to go?" Like, and somebody said to me, "The squeaky wheel gets the grease," right? So in other words, your project manager wakes up every day and he just like randomly picks an address to go to if he's doing job stops. And Brett, you're correct, brother. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna show you guys this feature. And the idea behind it is if you are the project manager in your business and you're the estimator, you're gonna love this. So we have a few features. We have plan a stop, which is one stop, but we have bulk route, which is the other one. So we got bulk route here. Okay, so bulk route is awesome because what it allows you to do is put in a bunch of addresses and it will tell your project manager the best route based on the rules. Okay, so this isn't just like who remembers MapQuest, right? It's not MapQuest. There's some things project managers need that you can't just route randomly. Okay, so we're going to show you that. So I got one address. I'm going to put four addresses in here just so you guys can see this work. Okay, like this. And we're going to do one more. I got one here. Okay. So imagine these are four jobs that he has to go see today. And by the way, can he put in vendor meetings? Can he put in Sherwin-Williams paint stops or, wherever the heck a project manager goes? He certainly can. He can put in any address. We don't care what it is. So he's going to outline what he's doing. By the way, how many of you guys don't know what your project manager does throughout the day, right? This is a thing too, okay? So we're going to hit job stop. We're going to hit punch out for that one, payment pickup for that one, and maybe punch out for that one. So first thing he does is he outlines how much time he's going to need for each one. So let's say the job stop's 30 minutes, the punch out's an hour, the payment pickup's 15 minutes, and the punch out for this one's going to be an hour and a half. But he has to do this punch out. He's got to do that one at, let's say he told the customer 2 o'clock. All he's got to do is hit Routemize, and Routemize will give him the best route based on his home address. So when he leaves the house in the morning, this is the best route for him to make sure all the rules are respected. And you can see here, this is the best route based on what he has to do, given the scenario and given the constraints. Okay. What this makes sure of is that obviously he's maximizing his time and he's not on the road wasting time. And you're going to be able to audit this. You can see anyone's schedule by changing their name here. Okay. So you definitely want them using that. Another really cool feature is we want to be able to actually add a anything using Rowdy AI. So this AI can do anything you saw me do today besides the voice chat. You can say add in a stop at Sherwin-Williams for Tuesday for me. Okay. So you're going to be able to chat with this software. This was a big breakthrough for us because we recognize that, man, like if we can make it easy for you, you're going to use it more. And it's going to be easier to use. You're not going to just like, it's just going to be easier. So on the mobile app, you actually have access to Rowdy. It comes with all the plans and you're going to be able to take actions right here. So you can see here, it found the closest Sherwin-Williams based on my existing route. It found a slot at 10:30 for me through 10:50 to go to Sherwin-Williams. But I might say something like, actually, I need 30 minutes there. So we can adjust it. It'll find and make sure that the slot aligns, and we can actually just add that stop to our schedule. So it added 30 minutes. Thank you, Rowdy. I'll go ahead and schedule that, buddy. What's also cool about this is on mobile, you have the ability to use your current location. And what's great about that is if you're in the middle of Orlando driving around. You say, hey, add 3 stops for me. I got to go to Miss Jones' house. I got to go to Sherwin-Williams, and I got to pick up my kid from school. Okay. And Rowdy will do all that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. And you can see on the 21st, we now have that Sherwin-Williams stop sitting on our schedule, perfectly aligned in between our existing stops, man. What do you guys think? Was that pretty cool or what? Okay, we have a lot of cool features here. And again, we don't want to go too deep into everything, but the idea is, hey guys, I would love your support. Please go sign up for this. We've worked so hard on this. I think it's going to be a freaking game changer. Head to routemize.com, sign up for the free trial. We're also live on Product Hunt. So if you guys check out new products there, if you see that Product Hunt badge at the top, give us an upvote. It just helps us get the word out. I'm going to spend a few minutes on Q&A. And then we'll let Austin come up here. So I see a few hands raised. That's the only way I'm going to be able to kind of do it. So Chris, you raise your hand. I'm going to allow you to talk here and you can ask your question. You may need to unmute, Chris. If that was unintentional, I'll go ahead and lower your hand. All right, you guys can ask your questions in the chat, or if you want to come talk to me, just raise your hand here, and I will let you talk, and you can ask it verbally. Okay, can you limit the number of appointments per day? Yes. So if you just come here to your booking forms and you hit the edit button, okay, you can change the max appointments per day, and it's right here. Okay. It was the other Chris, Chris, not you. I'm going to share with you guys these links while I'm here. And this way, if you guys want to poke around with it, you can. Just put in an Orlando address, or don't, actually, if you want. You don't have to put in an Orlando address because it won't let you book. So that's cool. So you got the different links there for you guys to play with if you want to add in some information. Can you have different calendars or forms for different divisions that share the same team? Different calendars or forms. Yes, you can create as many forms as you want. So one thing that we set up for Swift Hand Painting was that he has a commercial side and a residential side. So we have landing pages here. So you would do a new landing page and you can actually have this on your website. You can have this one be commercial. You can have this one be residential, and it routes to the different forms. Okay, routes to different forms. A lot of people are asking you about cost. I don't know. I don't want to mention cost. I think I want anyone that I teach about this. I don't want you to worry about cost. Look at the value. If you saw the value, cost should be a second thing, right? Hopefully you know that I wouldn't put anything in front of you that wasn't of high value. So go check. You'll see the pricing when you sign up. I just don't want to mention it here because I don't want to vet anyone out because they just get scared of paying for things. Just look at it from the perspective of value. Will Routemize send reminders to clients that will still? Yes, Kevin. So the DripJobs integration, all of the communication still happens in DripJobs. This just manages the appointments and it creates appointments in DripJobs. So everything that happens now when you book an appointment in DripJobs will still happen as long as you connect it. What happens when a lead outside the service area calls and the AI picks up? Hamilton, that's a great question. It just follows the same rules that our system has, which is whatever you say it does. So it will decline the customer, or it will let them say, hey, you are outside of our service area. It lets them know, and then it just creates a request for you to visualize. And by the way, I want you guys to see this. This is a big deal, actually. You can actually see all the recordings, and you can listen to the recordings. So you can see here we have this 3-minute, 31-second recording. We can listen to it. We can see the transcript. This thing is by no means 100% perfect. It's going to get better. So you may need to hop in every now and again and just double check, and see what's happening. But as you can see, it worked. So some customers, if they have really like hard names, of course, like it's not going to be 100% perfect just yet, but it does do a great job. What is the cost of not having it? Well, I mean, we covered that earlier. It is a lot. Does the voice agent have the ability to do AI custom context? No. We want to keep it. We just want this to be a booking agent. All we want to do is do bookings. Outside of business hours only? Yes, that's a great question. So I don't want this answering my phone. So the way that we have it set up, In Quo, now this is a good time for me to actually show you this. In Quo, I'm going to show you guys. Um, let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. You guys are going to see my Quo account. Inside of Quo, we're going to go to Manage Settings. We're going to go to Call Flow. And the way our call flow works is when someone comes in, they have to press one for during business hours. They get a phone menu. That phone menu, they press one for an estimate. They press two for something else. Okay, so press one for phone estimate, press two for something else. So that way we always segment people that want estimates. If they press one during business hours for an estimate, it rings our admin. Okay, so during business hours, if she's on the phone or she's busy, guess what it does? It forwards to our voice agent. So that's another area where if your admin's on the phone with someone and two people call in, what happens? She's got to call them back. It goes right to the voice agent. Okay. After hours. Okay. No, that one's over here. After hours, which is the after hours tree. Guys, you can screenshot this. I highly suggest you screenshot this just so you can see kind of what this is. And again, you'll get the recordings for all this if you want. If you sign up, we're going to give everyone the recordings. You're going to have access to the vault. Forward call, right? So after business hours, it forwards it to the voice agent. Okay, so that was a really good question. And that's exactly what happens, guys. I have a couple more minutes before Austin comes up. So if anybody has any other questions, let me know. Jason, I got you, bro. Go ahead and sign up, man. You know, this is a game changer. Let's see what else.
Hey, Tanner, there was a question about it being applicable in other trades earlier.
Yeah, it's actually good with okay, Kip setting it up, but when it comes to profile, okay. Hang tight, Kip. We're gonna work with support. We've got support hanging around, so I'll message you separately. We'll see what's going on. Question was, does it work with other trades? It works with any trade. It works for pet groomers. It works for anyone that drives to a house. If you sell insurance, it'll work for you. Your color consultant should use it. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. You can set it up anyway. Okay. Okay, you got about another minute, guys. So if anybody has any questions or you want to come up and chat with me for a sec about it, guys, go to routemize.com. I'll put the offer back up here. You're going to get 30% off for 3 months. We're going to actually go in after everyone signs up today, and we're going to apply the discount to your account, and we're going to give you access to the vault, which is today's recording. Tony is a user. So what do you got, Tony? I'll let you come up here and ask your question.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
How you doing, Tanner?
Good, brother.
So not quite a question, but more of a comment. I'm driving, listening to this on my iPad, and I get a beep that Routemize booked an appointment. It's amazing. So if anyone's on the fence, just give it a try.
Dude, you're the best, man. That's crazy.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you. I definitely need the recording of this because I had to take a call and I missed the whole AI portion.
Okay. Yeah, you already get it as a user. So any user, any beta user, we're just going to upload your email and you'll be able to access the vault. It's super easy.
The AI answering service is going to be a game changer.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you got to realize, and people ask, hey man, do people care that it's AI? No, they don't. They just want to get their appointment scheduled.
People are getting used to it. They want it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in New Jersey, people want something fast and easy. They don't want to talk to a person.
No, they just want to get their problem solved. And we got to stop creating friction and just be the easiest solution, and you'll win.
And thank you for everything you do for the painting industry and for me. You're always looking out for me, and I love it. Thank you. You're a great guy.
You're welcome, brother. I appreciate you, man. We appreciate all you guys, and I'm here to continue to serve. And thank you. That was a great testimony, man. Perfect timing.
Yep.
Thanks, Tony.
Have a good day. I'll be listening.
All right, buddy.